Hi, guys. I have a special episode for all of us today. I was lucky enough to get contacted by someone very sweet. I love watching all of her podcasts. I don't get to watch that many because I have so many that I do watch and try to keep on top of, and it's hard to stay on top of everybody's, but I do watch her show. She's one of the first podcasts that I started watching. And I can't wait to invite her in. So I don't have much planned in the way of stuff and things because, as everybody knows, I have been afflicted with a lack of knitting mojo. I didn't know what else to call it. Like, what do you call it? Knitter's block? I don't know. But that's me right now, kind of like down in the dumps. I don't know what to make. So I'm making something simple. I'm surrounding myself by beautiful, glorious yarn. And what I'm doing is I'm also going to just make pom-poms. That's what I've been doing. That's what I'm going to do while we're sitting here visiting with our special lady. And this is like the start. And it's not looking good so far. It's been a while since I've made pom-poms, but we'll see how it goes. Okay? In the meantime, let's get our little friend in here. I hope this works out. I hope this works out. We're all clear, though, by the way, this time around. All totally clear. Like, as far as are we live or not? Well, she's a fellow podcaster. She knows what's up, right? When I say live, we mean it. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, invite sent. Invite sent, and we're just gonna wait and see what happens. Yes?
Hi.
No?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
I've never used it before, so it had me go all through the I agree to the terms and stuff.
Yeah, you have to go through the whole terms and everything, but your camera's not on.
Oh, let's see here. Let me see if I can figure out how to fix that. There we go. I see a red light.
There we go. Yes, it worked.
Yay!
I'm so happy. Oh my God, your hair is so short.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thanks. I like it a lot too.
So this is Sarah from Knitty Nerdy. Hold on, I should have the camera on me. This is Sarah from Knitty Nerdy and Natural, right?
Yep.
And on Ravelry, you're known as, I don't know how to say it right, Ninnernat?
Yep, exactly like that. Yep. It's short for Knitty, Nerdy, and Natural. I just smashed the words together.
Okay, I always used to completely say it wrong. I would butcher your name and call you Ninnernat.
That doesn't matter to me.
I always thought that was really funny. Like I would tell my husband, "Oh, Ninnernat said the funniest thing, blah blah blah," and he's like, "Ninnernat." So, how are you doing? You're back in school. Now it's muted. What happened? I know I didn't mute you. I lost your voice. Well, we're having technical difficulties today, but that's all right. We'll figure it out as we go along. You just let me know when you're back up, or can you hear me? I think you can hear me okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think you could probably always sign out and maybe I can send you another invite. But maybe you muted yourself by accident. Like you can see up at the top a little red microphone, like if it's muted. I'm being circled by a fly. You were being circled your last episode by some giant bug out on your porch. Are we trying another headset? No. Okay. So she's going to try and figure it out. And in the meantime, I'm going to sit here and talk to the camera. You don't want to know what I'm drinking. By the way, my husband was a little annoyed with me that I was using the tea kettle this way. But I thought it would be hysterical. And my tea kettle did not agree. It, like, when I was pouring it out earlier, there were like things, like 2 droplets coming out of it right here, like it was crying. I was like, okay, maybe I won't do this again. But I thought it would be fun. Let me see. I just muted you. Now I unmuted you. Now, how do I unmute you? There. Still nothing? Dang it. I wonder what happened. That's so weird. But you can hear me. Your sound just went out. Do you want me to eject you and see if you can sign back in? Maybe it'll come on with a sound. Yeah, or we'll do that. Okay. So while we're trying to sort that out, I'm going to send her another invite real quick. Well, that's what happens when you're doing things live, you guys. Things are going to go wrong. Things are going to happen. It happens. We'll figure it out. Eventually, probably never. These things will go a lot more smoothly. Probably never. Because I have 0 experience. And I have no idea what I'm doing. Isn't that the same thing? I think that means the same thing. Well, here we go.
All right, so, how's that?
Oh, so much better.
Good.
I knew we'd figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that was weird. I know it wasn't. I know I didn't click the mute button because you can see, like, the little mute button just comes up, like, right underneath your little, you know, avatar there.
Well, it was saying that it was muted, so I was clicking unmute, but it wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, that kind of happened.
Which was weird.
Yeah, that happened briefly with me right now, and I noticed I had to, like, keep clicking it and clicking. I don't know. It was really weird. That was bizarre, but you know what? They're switching the whole service. So they're going to be removing Google Hangouts. And yeah, so they're going to leave it so that you can only sign on to a Hangout on YouTube itself. So you no longer are going to be able to go to the Google Hangouts webpage and easily create a Hangout. You're going to have to go
annoying.
To it's like this giant complicated like thing, and I'm barely getting used to Google Hangouts itself, so I don't know how I'm going to get used to that, but we'll figure it out. This is going to be after September 12th, so
okay.
I better practice before, you know, the time comes.
Yeah.
Well, so I was asking you, you're back at school now, right? How's that going?
Insane.
What are you studying?
I am early childhood, elementary, and special ed. It's like a double major, but one program, so they call it a dual certificate. So I'll be able to teach in an elementary ed classroom or a special ed classroom up to like 6th grade. So lots of classes. Thank you. I like it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's an amazing profession, special ed. I actually, believe it or not, I used to tutor special ed kids. I don't know anything, like, you know, but it was just basically kids studying, learning ESL or English, math, you know, the basic stuff. And it was just like a computer lab class, you know. like really simple stuff. And I would just like stand over them and go, yeah, you click this, or, you know, basic math stuff. I kind of did. I say that I really didn't tutor them, but I kind of did. It was really fun. But it's like just from that alone, I know it's a super rewarding profession, I think.
Yeah.
So then what else are you up to? You're settling in? Did you just like get there this week?
I moved in last Saturday morning. I drove up by myself from my house because I live like 45 minutes away in my new car that won't break down. Because my last car did, yeah. Well, I say new. It's from 2008, but it's the nicest car I've ever owned. And it's probably the nicest one in our household. Because I have to do all the driving for observations. And if I get stranded somewhere, that would be bad.
Yeah.
But so I drove up Saturday. I filled up my car and brought it up, and then unpacked everything out of that, like just like stuff I was going to need right away. And then my mom came up with my little brother. I'm trying to think if anybody else came. I think it was just the two of them. And they helped me unpack that evening with like everything else. So it went pretty well.
When are you done with school? Like, what?
Winter break is the 16th of December or something like that. It's really late this year.
But I mean, when is your, like, when do you graduate?
Oh. I'm starting my junior year, so it'll be next spring. Not this coming spring, but next spring.
Really? God, that's so fast.
I know, but then, I don't know. We'll see. A lot of classes, and they don't all fit together, so I might be here an extra semester. But what are you going to do?
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. God, I remember school. I used to get into all kinds of trouble.
I'm pretty boring.
Yeah, well, you know, I wasn't exactly the most serious student. I mean, it was a community college, you know. I didn't take it that seriously.
Yeah.
And I was really into it, and I remember being so proud of myself that I was a honor roll student, like from the first semester for like pretty much always, because it's like it's community college. I didn't know it was like whatever. So I was like, oh wow, I'm really not that dumb.
Yeah.
So whatever. School is fun. So what are you working on?
Well, this is my main thing. It's the Campside Shawl by Alicia Plummer. It's just a lot of eyelets. It's just, I don't know, camera. It's just a lot of, there you go.
Ooh.
Stockinette and eyelets, and they get more, like, close. The, like, further down you get, they start out further apart, and then down here they get, like, all close together. It's like mesh.
Like mesh,
the pictures,
yeah.
Yeah. My picture's really creepy because my printer was running out of ink, so she looks kind of possessed, but...
That's true.
But yeah,
it looks like Blair Witch Campside. So, this was the first pom-pom that I worked on. I was thinking about it all day. I was like, I've got nothing to show for today. I was going to do like a podcast, but I wasn't even sure like what I was going to do, what I was going to say. I'm like, I got nothing.
Well, so, I think it's a really cute pom-pom. Mine always looks squashed. That one looks really cute.
You think so?
Yeah, it's fluffy.
Well, I haven't like even trimmed it yet, but
at least it always look like they got run over by a truck.
Hey, tell me the truth. Does it not look like the Pokemon?
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of is a soot sprite from the Studio Ghibli films.
What?
Have you ever seen those?
From
the little creatures that eat the stars?
Oh no, I can't remember that.
No, well, that's what they look like. They're really cute.
It reminds me of that Pokemon character.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name, but I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't either, but it's like
I can picture it.
Yeah, I just can't remember right now. Oh, well, I may as well. Look what I did.
Uh-oh.
I cut the yarn and that's all I have left. I think this is going to be a much fuller. I guess I'm like, I've got nothing to do, so I'm just rolling away while you're chit-chatting. And I didn't realize that I pretty much wound the whole rest of that. I should have gotten at least 2 palms out of this. So I don't know what I did. What a dork. Well, the whole idea with my pom-pom today, I was forcing myself to work on something because I'm so at a loss right now as to like what to knit. I did a Periscope the other day whining about the fact that I lost my mojo. I can't regain that like will to knit right now. Artemis? Nathan? Yeah. Sorry guys. My chubby kitty, I think there's something wrong with her. Hopefully it's, I'm trying to get her to lose some weight. But hopefully it's nothing serious. But she doesn't seem to be able to clear the little like partition that I have there on the door. I don't want to fry in here. It's California. It's hot. And so I leave this like partition on the door. And earlier she made it just fine. She's actually never struggled to make it over the partition. But today she clung onto the bed as if she couldn't jump. So either she's not feeling good or I don't know. She's getting old. I don't know what the problem could be. But so anyway, what the hell was I saying, Sarah?
You did a Periscope. You're talking about a Periscope. You're knitting mojo.
Right. Oh, thank God you're here. So I did that Periscope. I did the Periscope complaining that I can't figure out what to knit. I can't figure out what to do. I lost my mojo, and I just kind of needed to vent out loud with hopefully other people, other knitters, right? Yeah, that didn't happen. Because, of course, I don't really know anybody there yet.
Yeah.
This is like the biggest pom-pom I've ever made in my life.
It's going to be super fluffy.
It's going to be really fluffy. So all that came, here was my title. Okay, here was my brilliant title. I lost my mojo or something like that. Come help me find it. It's not the most brilliant. I don't know if you've ever been on Periscope. Have you?
Yeah, but I've never like posted to it, but yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. That was like not, it was just not the greatest title, and
yeah.
I wasn't really thinking, and nothing, thank goodness, nobody was gross or anything weird, but it was nothing but men that were coming in. You gotta really be careful how you work these things. So lesson learned, if you want a bunch of men, just tell them, come help me with something. And they all come flocking in.
Come explain this to me.
Exactly. So what else are you working on? Is that?
Let me see here. I've got this, which is my spinning, which looks more purple than it is. It's like bright pink.
Oh my God, it's so thin.
This is what I was doing for Tour de Fleece.
Oh my God.
I never finished it. I've got.
Wait. Hold it up. Oh God. Look. This is mine. And that's hers. That's hers.
Well, I like yours.
That's mine. Hers.
But I've got this whole bag of roll eggs to do that somebody gave me. And I really like them. It's just slow going. Yeah, they're really nice.
Take a little bit out of the bag so we can see it fluff out a little.
Here, I've got one.
Ooh.
What's left of it. But it's got sparkly in it, and it's even got like, little bits of silk in it, too.
Oh my God, it sparkles.
Yep, I don't know if the light will... Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I can see the sparkles from here. Oh, that is
Yeah.
so pretty.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
These were like the first Rolex, not the first, but like some of the first she ever made. I'm like, you were so talented.
Who made them?
Her name is Andy. She has a podcast called Andre Sue Knits, and we were like blogging buddies back when I was in like high school because she had a blog. We both had blogs before she had a podcast, and I mean, I still have a blog, but I don't use it a whole lot.
Oh,
So
yeah, I've seen her podcast.
she's a sweetheart, definitely.
She's really talented.
Yeah.
Like I've seen. Okay, and this is one of my regrets. I'm gonna get one eventually, just because I'm gonna try it all out. Hey, you. Hey. Paws off the yarn, homie. Yeah. I know. Silly cat. So
It's not Bohemia Fibers, is it?
well, no, but look
She
at
might eat it.
well, what she did was Hey, stop! God, she's so weird. She's too old to be acting like a kitten. She needs to act her age. So Amy is the one that she offered me one of those like sock yarn things, and I swear, I mean, to me it was between a big giant yarn haul, the one that you guys saw. I think it was Californication or something, one where I was showing all those different yarns that I bought, but it was like between a big yarn haul or that thing. And I let that one go. She was giving me a great deal on it, and I'm sure whoever got it, got a great deal on it as well. But I do regret not getting it because I don't think that I had realized. I'm always late to the party, let me tell you. I'm always late to the party. I hadn't realized how popular doing anything with sock yarn like that.
The sock blanks.
The sock blanks, yeah. I didn't even know what a sock blank was. And I kind of knew, but I was like, well, I don't know what to do with it. So I passed it up, and I totally regret it because it would have been fun to use it, right?
Yeah. I haven't tried one yet, but I'm gonna eventually.
Yeah, for sure. I'm dying to do something with a knit blank. And what's her name? Andre
Sue. Her name's Andy, but her podcast is Andre Sue.
Andre Sue, right? The podcast. So Andy, she does amazing stuff. Like
hers are amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it. It's just like it's like artwork, and I wouldn't want to tear it apart. Like I would just it up or something. It's so pretty. But look at so these were the first ones that I wound up. My first pom-poms. And this, it's a monster. Whoops. Way too big. The whole point of the whole pom-pom thing, since I can't focus, I can't get myself to make anything. And that's what I was making the Periscope about, was just me whining and complaining about the fact that I lost my mojo. So I started, what I started to do is I just started jibber jabbering and thinking, what else could I do? Because I knit those sleeves on that sweater, and after that I haven't picked anything back up. So I was like, I know, I'm going to weave in some ends. And boy, did I weave in some ends, let me tell you. I mean, I can actually just snip those off now, but these were all, I don't know if you've seen, but I've been struggling with this little Cozy Memories blanket. And I didn't add the squares properly for like 2 rows. And so these were basically like just flaps hanging all separate like this. So I had to go in, and I was like, well, I'll just weave in some ends since I don't have the desire to do anything else. And I did pretty good. And I thought, wow, I'm a really excellent, like, grafter? I don't know what you call this. Like, what do you call this? I thought, wow, I'm really good at it because you really can't you can't really tell, right?
Not at all, yeah.
Well, you can tell. I'm not that good at it as I thought I was.
I can't tell from here.
Well, I figured it out because I did this green one between these two.
Yeah.
It was like a big old green thing.
Oh,
Like,
could you see that? Yeah.
yeah. So I learned a good lesson that when you have a mistake like that, you have to use either one of the yarns.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really think about that.
Yeah.
So that was something I learned. But it's together now.
That's good.
My tiny little square. It's like enough to cover one lap. So what else have you got going on?
Well, I have a Cozy Memories blanket too, but it's under my bed in the tote thing. But I haven't worked on it in ages.
No fair. Your blanket's way bigger than mine.
Mine's almost 4 years old though, so
Yeah.
there's a reason for that. But I did get some yarn at Walmart when I went, which is a sentence I didn't think I'd say again, but
Why?
I don't know.
Why? You don't strike me as a yarn snobby type of person.
I'm not. It's not the fact that it's from Walmart. It's just the Walmart near my school, because the school that my town is in is not a big town. It's just a little town that like the college provides, all the like jobs for everybody in the town. So they don't have like really any selection. They might have like 3 skeins of yarn usually.
Yeah.
In colors that I don't like. But I got two skeins of yarn, and this was the stuff that they were talking about in the locker room in the Knitting Dead this morning or yesterday or whenever. And one of the girls in the Fiber Arts Club at school here, it's called the Knitwits, she had a ball of it, and she was making a scarf. And I'm like, oh, Angelica, that's so pretty. Where did you get that? And she said it wasn't even in the yarn section. It was in the clearance aisle. So I got these 2 skeins of yarn.
Oh, yeah.
It's the shawl in a ball is what it's called.
I was looking at that. Because it was on the locker room, yeah.
Yeah, this one's like rainbow. I mean, I don't think it's all the colors of the rainbow. And then this one's goes from purple to gray to white.
Let's see. Oh, they're so, yeah. Yeah, the purple to gray.
So I almost got 3, but I couldn't decide on the third one, so I just got 2, which was okay.
How much were those? Were they a lot?
No, they're $6 a piece.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No. And I think they were originally 7, because you can see they've got 2 stickers on them, like they did over the sticker.
Yeah.
So I just, since the yarn selection is so small there, I just never, thought I'd ever be able to there. But I was pleasantly surprised. I had to get like some binders and stuff for school. So I was like, Jake, we're going to the yarn first before we do anything else.
Oh, that was nice. I mean, I did see the link on the Knitting Dead forum, and I started checking some stuff out because I was really bored. It was one of those, like, I guess because it's Labor Day on Monday, they closed the office early today. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of just sitting there while everybody else had already left, because I still had a little bit of time to make up. I was checking it out, and I was checking out the not just the yarn, but like the types of projects that people were making with that particular yarn, and they didn't look bad.
Yeah,
they looked fairly nice. Usually, I mean, you're gonna use that yarn. It's like this. This is cheap acrylic. We know what we're looking at, but it's still cute.
Yeah.
Still do fun things with it.
Yeah. What surprised me was that this yarn is 58% cotton. I didn't expect it to be cotton yarn, and it's 39% acrylic and then 3% other fiber, whatever that means. But It's really soft.
Is it really?
Yeah, and they said that it was a fingering weight yarn, but it doesn't look like a finger, or not finger. They said it was worsted weight. That doesn't look like a worsted weight yarn to me.
No, girl, that does not look worsted at all.
So
it looks like
I would say fingering weight.
Oh
maybe.
yeah, fingering / lace weight, because that looks thin.
Yeah, it is, and it's one of those yarns that's got like the fiber with a thread wrapped around it.
Yeah,
kind of squiggly, but it's really soft. And the Angelic was crocheting a scarf / shawl out of it, and it looked really nice.
Well, I was annoyed the other day because I had the don't judge me about my tea.
No, you're right. I have tea too.
It's not tea.
No, mine is chai, vanilla chai.
I was going to do tea, and I thought, no, it's Friday.
Well, this is a dry campus, and I'm not 21, so.
No, I shouldn't even be doing this. Now I feel rude.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't mind at all.
Well, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I had the traveling zombie doll recently.
Yeah. I think she's coming to me next. I'm really excited.
Oh, good. So the day that I was gonna send her off, I was like, man, I didn't take as many pictures as I wanted to. I was having a lot of technical issues. I couldn't get pictures off my camera. I couldn't get them on my camera or other things, So I was like looking through my cell phone, and I got a text. Well, not a text, but like a notification from Facebook about this guy that I follow from, I don't know if you know who he is. It's the Crochet Crowd guy.
No.
Well, the Crochet Crowd guy is really super popular, and he has a ton of fans, a ton of followers. So anytime he so much as makes a peep, it just sends people into a frenzy. Everybody wants to do it. So what he did was, because I guess he works with Yarn Inspirations with what's that girl that had Sheepish, Vicky Howell?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they work for Karen, I guess is what it is. And so he was like, hey, these Karen cakes are out in all of the Michael stores across the nation.
Yeah.
And, we're just trying to find out who has them and what stores they're available in. So if you can do us a huge favor and go and take a picture of them, let us know what store you find them in. I mean, obviously, he's just really good at moving a crowd.
Yeah.
Everybody's straight out of their houses.
How can I find them anywhere?
I'll do sheeple. It's okay. I can do sheeple. Not a problem. I grab the doll, I take off, and I go to the freaking Michaels. It's just around the corner from my house. So I go, and there was no Karen cakes there.
None?
Wow. Not one. And I was so tempted to go and talk to somebody and ask them if they had them in the back. And I didn't, because I'm a coward, and I didn't want people to look at me weird because the doll was sticking out of my purse, and I didn't want to shove her in the purse or anything because her little eyeball is delicate. So we just left in a huff. I was so mad. And later on, when I went on Facebook, I saw that somebody went through the exact same thing, and they had the balls of yarn to ask if they had any, and they let her in the back, and she showed us the pallets of yarn that they had at the back of the freaking Michaels. I was so incensed. Yeah. Just like that. Yeah. I was so freaking mad. But, whatever. It was fun looking through all the pictures. It's just I haven't been back to the Michaels, and I'm a little miffed about it. So. Yeah. Well, now what else do we talk about? Well, how long have you had your podcast?
A year in last May, so a little over a year now.
What prompted you to get started doing all that?
Um,
Like, what inspired you?
that's a really good question. I'm not sure. It was just kind of like, honestly, it was on a whim because I thought about it for a while, but it was just kind of like the thought popped into my head one day. It's like, hey, you should try this. Because there was a thing, I don't know if it's still running anymore, but it was called like, I don't even remember what it was called, but it was the blogger she ran. She did a thing where it was like every day during a week there was a prompt, and then you wrote about it or took pictures or whatever to.
Yeah.
And the one day was try something new, and I'm like, this is an excuse to do this, you know. And right before that, Andy, like I mentioned her before, she had just done her first episode, so I'm like, you know what, she did one, I'll try it, you know.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much just what started it. I didn't really have any sort of plan or a decent camera or anything. So it's like
I remember that was the thing back then. Because I was mostly into video gaming. That's like pretty much that was my world. Like the way I am now with knitting is my life kind of thing. That's the way I was with video gaming. And we used to go on this thing called Gamers Online or something. I can't remember. I hope I didn't even get the name right, because today it's like, it's the Facebook of gamers, only it's actually like the dirty MySpace of gamers, really. Like, okay. It's like, so, but back then it was like really fun. It was really cool. And we did exactly that. Everybody would have their own little like blog type thing, right? Everybody would have their own little blog, and there would be people that would go on and they would give you a list of things to do or things to try, a list of dares or things to talk about or topics and things like that, just to kind of get your juices flowing if you were having writer's block and things like that. God, I remember being really into all of that. I was crazy into blogging, and then it was just like, I even would audio blog back and forth with, I'm not going to say back and forth like I would make a audio blog and so would Will Wheaton, but we would comment on each other's like stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't even remember who the hell I am. It was just like a thing. It was audio. The audio blog or whatever that was, and I was like, oh my God, Will Wheaton, he does this too? So awesome. And then audio blogger was gone, and blogger just sucks, and I don't know why people use it. Do you still blog?
I do. I mostly use it now for doing like book reviews and stuff, because that's another thing I like to do a lot is read. So it's because I mention them usually on my podcast, but I try to not like spend, I mean, I know the last podcast wasn't exactly the best example, but I try not to spend a million years talking about books, because it's supposed to, I want to try and keep everything like balanced. So I'll do more in-depth reviews on my blog. And every once in a while I'll write something about crafting, but I don't do it as much as I used to just because of podcasting, and it takes a surprisingly long time to write a blog post.
Well, that brings me to another thing that I was going to mention also was I really like a lot of people with their podcasts, they have their own specific formatting, their own way of doing things. But generally speaking, everybody has the exact same topics, because, you know, it's not because there's one professional and everybody else is. It's just because it seems to be that that's the thing that piques everyone's interest or continues to draw in an audience.
Yeah.
For so many different people, right? But you have a very like it seems to me like it's formatted differently in a way, the same but different. You know what I mean? Like you've got your knitty stuff that you talk about, literally your nerdy stuff that you talk about. and natural stuff. Like if you decide you want to make something, how did that come about? Like what made you think about doing that, and what made you stick to it?
I think it was mostly because what I learned from, it comes back to blogging, what I learned about from doing my blog, because the first blog I had, it's still out there somewhere in the depths of the internet, was from when I was like 15, 16, and the agreement with my mom before I could have a knitting blog, because I wanted to be a famous knitwear designer was my goal in like high school. And my mom was like, okay, you can do this, but you can't use your real name, because I wasn't allowed to have a Facebook. We didn't have internet at home, any of that stuff. So I made myself a fake name, Cleo Lidditz. And and I had a blog like that, but it was very knitting driven, just knitting. I didn't really talk about anything else other than other crocheting and stuff like that. Just because it was hard, if I couldn't really talk about my life because I was so young. That was what I stuck to. And then it was the summer before I started college, and I was almost 18. I'm like, I don't really like doing it like this anymore. There are other things I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So I said to my mom, I said, look, Mom, I'm almost 18. I am a responsible, almost adult. If I'm allowed, I'm going to make a new blog, and if you're okay with me using my real first name, not my last name, obviously. I don't try not to have that on the internet, really, other than obviously Facebook. But, I'm going to make a blog and just talk about whatever I want, which is where the name Knitty, Nerdy, and Natural came from, because that was the name of my blog, too. And I was I was just like, I want to be able to talk about, because at the time I wasn't into video games yet, but I was into superheroes, I was into comics, manga, all that stuff. So I was like, I want to include that. And then, if I'm the natural was mostly for cooking, and I like to dye yarn with natural dyes, even though I don't really do that anymore. But at the time I was interested in that. So that's where the 3 segments came from. So then when I transferred over to doing a podcast, I kind of had the same problem, but I didn't change the name. When I first started it, it was really just knitting, all knitting, all crafts all the time, and maybe a few other things thrown in there. But then probably last winter, maybe in January or February, I was just kind of I want to talk about this stuff. My boyfriend wants to be on here and show the Lego things he designed. It's robots and mechs that are yay big.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I want to share that because he doesn't have an outlet, but I think what he does is cool, and we can talk about that, and people would be interested. Aww. So that's when I switched over to having the Knitty, the Nerdy, and then the Natural. And I like that segment because when I didn't have a very good camera, I would film the Knitty, stop it, save it, and then do the Nerdy, and then do the Natural. And I've just kind of stuck with that as my equipment's improved, but it helps me do remember to say everything I want to say.
Yeah.
That's how that came about.
It keeps you on track.
And some days there's more of one thing than the other.
Yeah, of course. Always. That's what I've always found to be a bit of a challenge for me because, well, I've never really thought of myself as being a free spirit. Yeah. More I'm just lazy and I don't want it. Show notes and all of that. I tried that. I'm no. I don't have, I'm not worried. I don't have anybody that's really interested in what I'm doing. I maybe have a few views, and probably most of them are just from people I know.
Yeah.
So I'm not really that interested in all that extra stuff, all the planning. I just can't.
Yeah.
I'm busy. I work.
Yeah. That's why I don't say I never, but a lot of the time I don't do a lot of podcasters do knit-alongs and giveaways, and I'll do giveaways every once in a while if it's something that I'm really excited about, that book I'm giving away. It's just I really wanted, because this lady, I knew her on Instagram, she's my friend, and I wanted to support her by giving away a copy of her book. But that stuff just makes me anxious. Being in charge of stuff like that, it takes all the fun out of it for me. So I'm just like, you know what? If I want to do like a basic giveaway every once in a while, or a very like casual knit along with like maybe no prizes, and we just, you know, work on the same thing, or we all, you know, do the same thing while we knit or crochet or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I hate having to organize prizes, find prizes, you know, then mail them out. It just, no.
That is exactly, like, it's not even funny. That is exactly how I feel about it. Like, I'm just not that dedicated. I love what I do. I love how much fun I have doing it. And I'll be honest, I am having so much fun doing these podcasts. But when I saw how frustrated I was getting just with my uploads, because my upload speeds are so bad, I was like, yeah, I don't want to sit here stressing myself out about it. Like, I would practice, because I've been trying to get this going since, well, I don't know, at least a year and a half. I have footage from back then where I was trying to do something with my computers, my laptops. The cameras were just awful. The lighting, I just couldn't figure it out. I mean, I just wasn't any good at it, to be honest, no matter how hard I tried. And I was like, there really has to be more out there. There have to be people out there that are doing this. Like, and I didn't know about podcasts. I had no freaking clue. All I know is that I wanted to do something. Like, back then, the video tutorials were like the biggest thing ever, and everyone was doing a video tutorial about stuff. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show people how to knit. That's really, it's all I want to do. But I suck at it so bad, like, it's not even funny. So this is the best I could do. This is it for me, Sarah. Just sit here and interview people.
Yeah, this is cool though. This isn't something you see all the time though. It's cool.
Well, I figure that's another thing that causes me a lot of anxiety. Like, I don't want to be a copycat, but I can't help it. I don't know if it's like.
No, I totally get you.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Literally, like, can't you sit there and if you binge watch someone for long enough, you're almost going to start talking like them. I don't know if anybody else does that.
No, I've done that, yeah.
You do that?
Yeah, I've done that.
I mean, thank God it's not just me. Like,
no,
you almost can't help yourself. You're just like, all of a sudden, like, who have I been watching lately? I've been watching a lot of Graveyard Girl. I came across her.
Really?
Yeah. She was
my favorite in high school.
Well, see, I came across her many, many years ago, and I was like, this girl's really intense. Like, she was normal before, and now she's like, bah! And I was like, I gotta watch a little bit in pieces, and oh my God, this looks interesting. Oh, it's just too much, like, energy. So I, boop, 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 you know, and I was interested in other things at the time, which happens. I don't know what happened. I guess it's all the podcast videos and everything that I've been watching that I feel like I've really expanded my YouTube watching experience to the point where I'm actually watching J-bloggers or J-vloggers, like, religiously. I love some of the J-vloggers that I'm watching. And I started watching The Graveyard Girl a lot recently. And now I'm catching myself, like, doing weird things. Not the sippy thing, because I don't know. But just other, like the other day, I feel like I talked to my cat kind of the way she talks when she gets a little too excited and stuff. And I'm like, oh God, I don't want to come on to my show here, my show, and start acting like somebody else, because you can tell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The other day, I saw some guy on Facebook. He was ranting about immigrants and politics.
All that good stuff, yeah.
And it wasn't a bashing of immigrants or anything. He was totally, you know, talking about how hard people work and all that stuff. So it's a very lovely sentiment. It was really nice of him, but he sounded exactly like Amir something or another, which is someone that my husband used to listen to, and I don't particularly like him, but he is kind of funny, and he does have a very specific way of talking to the camera, walking, talking to the camera elsewhere, like on the same train of thought, but always shifting spots, and the camera is always in the same direction. That is exactly what that guy did. That is exactly what he sounded like. Every single lilt in his voice, the way it would go up and down, flexion, everything was his body language. I don't want to be like that.
Yeah. For me, it's always like, oh, these people are, you know, doing their knitting podcast this way. Look at how successful they are. I must be doing something wrong if I'm not getting followers. I should be doing it like this. So I have to like remind myself, you've tried these things. It stresses you out. Don't do them.
Right.
You know.
Good.
Yeah.
It's good to be
and sometimes I have to get my boyfriend to come talk me down out of the tree because I get all worked up and he's like, no, you need to stop. Calm down.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I like the fact that you've not done that. Like, you've not done the whole thing. Like, everybody that's new that's coming out is also using the same format. And I love it. I think it's beautiful. It sure keeps me watching. I mean, I'm watching. I love it.
Yeah.
But how you go about getting, you know, literally your first podcast, how you go about getting hundreds of views and thousands of followers. Like,
yeah, I don't know how they do it.
I don't either, but hell, I could probably pay for it. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? Look.
It's so cute.
I don't want to shake it out because I feel like I've been doing this so much now that I'm feeling like it's in my throat.
I will start shedding.
Oh no. It's in my drink.
Oh dear.
Oh, I don't know if you can see it here. We'll do this. Is this good TV?
It's like the slow TV they have on Netflix now.
You know what? That's not even funny. I can't wait to watch that.
I haven't looked at it. My internet's pretty shit when I'm at home, to put it kindly.
Well, did you ever see those there was this one YouTube thing that I saw, and I posted it up to the Knitting Dead on the forum, but it wasn't the slow TV one. It was literally a game show where everybody was competing as knitters. Yes, I think it was like Norwegian or something. So
okay.
Like, I couldn't understand a word that they were saying except like tricotage or something like that. Like, you know, I'm saying that right. I'm covered in lint.
Oh no. The only Norwegian word I know is the one for laptop, which is just data machine.
But
that's what I got out of my week-long trip to Norway.
Oh, you went to Norway?
Data machine. It was a study abroad thing last summer.
Oh, that is so fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was awful beforehand because we had to complete 2 entire 3-credit courses in 1 week.
Yeah.
So, like, the course that takes, like, a whole semester, you do it in 1 week. It was awful.
Well,
but it was worth it.
You know what I've been wanting to do? I've
What?
been wanting to, gosh, my hair's a mess. I've been wanting to like, have a competition on the Knitting Dead, similar to that. But I keep trying to think, like, how would we even pull it off? I don't know. But I think it would be so much fun. I think eventually probably what I'm also going to do is I'll bring people on here and we'll do like a quick competition and see how many stitches you can knit in like 5 minutes or probably less. I don't know. Stuff like that. You know, that'll
That would
come
be
later
cool.
when I have my stuff together. Look at what I've got so far.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I might leave them like that.
You should make like a garland out of them. I mean, you need a couple more, but
I'm thinking I'm gonna put it on. See those white pillows back there?
Oh, are you gonna put them on them?
Yeah,
That'll look cool.
It's kind of gonna cool. I think so. I'm probably gonna use all kinds of different yarn, but I thought, what the heck? I have this is all like dollar something yarn. I'm never gonna use it for anything. Like, may as well do this and make a bunch of room on the shelves, because what a way to stash bust, dude. Like, this is
really
the best idea I've ever had. What else? Oh my gosh, how long have we been on already?
I don't know what time it was we started.
I don't either. I'm surprised my husband hasn't said anything to me.
I think it was maybe like 8:30. I don't know.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So basically it's been about an hour. That's not bad.
No, yeah. I got everything set up over here beforehand, and then like I got my tea ready to put. I just microwaved it because we can't have like teapots and stuff in school, unfortunately. So I got everything set up, and then we went back to my boyfriend's room because he lives on the same floor, and he was building with Legos, and I was knitting, and we were binge watching Steven Universe because that's our show lately. It's a cartoon.
What's the name of it again?
Steven Universe.
What's it about?
It's about it's a kids show, but it has comedy in it that like appeals to like adults too, not like innuendos, but just like really dry comedy. It's about this kid whose name is Steve, and he's like 10 years old, and he has these three they're essentially aliens, but they're based around like different like precious stones and stuff. There's like garnet, pearl, and amethyst. And his parents, his father's human and his mother was a gem, like the three women he lives with. And his mother died when he was born. She died in childbirth, essentially. So they're raising him with his father, and it's just a comedy show about him learning how to like use his alien powers and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's fun. It's cute. It's really funny.
I was between what was it? Stranger Things. I'm taking my Stranger
That's all right.
Things and Mr. Robot.
Okay.
So that's what we're on right now. And my husband won out because I make him watch so many of my shows. Like, like I made him watch, what was that one that I was ranting on about? The Expanse. I've watched it 3 times already in less than a month. And one of those times I forced him to watch the episodes, all of them from beginning to end. Every single one of them with me. I forced him. I wouldn't watch television. I know he can probably hear me right now, which is like going to totally mess me up for future tricks up my sleeve. But I basically worked it out so that every time we both sat down together, there was really nothing else and no other time to watch anything else. And I was like, no, I have to watch my show because I don't understand this, that, or the other, which was a total lie. So I would like force him to watch it with me, and he'd like sit there literally like this on his cell phone, just like, and the whole time, the whole episode, but I would like be sitting there watching it, and kind of like watching him out of the corner of my eye, and he'd be doing this. Like really intense, like he's really following it. So it worked. Before you knew it, he was like, "Aren't you gonna watch your show? Your stupid show." And then before you knew it, he was asking me for it, and we watched it all the way to the end. Oh God, I love The Expanse. I think it's got something to do with the fact that I haven't watched a really great sci-fi show in a really long time, and I love the ship on it. Have you ever played Mass Effect?
I haven't, but I do what I call spectating. I watch while Jake plays, and he's played it, so I've seen some of it, yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Because I can knit while he plays video games, so we do both.
I love to do that. Like, right now, I don't remember the name of the game that we're playing. It's the Elder Scrolls, whatever that version is.
Okay, one of those, yeah.
Yeah. And so I let my husband play it, and I'll, be sitting there. Well, right now I'm just sitting there on Pokemon. But I was sitting there knitting.
Yeah.
That's how I got him to watch The Expanse. So I felt guilty. So instead of forcing him to watch Stranger Things with me, I'm watching Mr. Robot with him. And I'm kind of like, eh.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, oh, that's nice. He's a hacker. Oh. Okay. Yeah. It's cool. Critically acclaimed and all that. Not knocking the show because it is a fantastic show. It's got fantastic actors. I love Christian Slater. I'm just not that into it.
Yeah.
But you gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah.
For your loved ones.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Well, I wanted to show. Do you have anything for show and tell today other than your knitting that you noticed?
Not really.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot going on here.
I don't have all that much either, but I did go to Little Tokyo hunting for Pokemon, and we had a really nice lunch last weekend, and I found a lot of Mewtwo's. I actually found a Mewtwo.
Wow.
I'm crazy. Not Mewtwo. Just a Mew. What's his name? Meow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meow. I found lots of Meowthophyses. It was a nest that I found. And I also found these things. And
they're face masks, right?
Yeah, these face masks. I know everybody practically expects me to come on here and do something with a mask. But these are the new ones that I bought. I've been wanting to try these out so much. And I did. I tried this one out. No, I didn't. I'm totally lying. I tried one of these out, but it wasn't this one. It was a little beauty face. These are actually, they have a little drawing on them. I don't know if you've ever seen these. And this one is like some like funky mask. I don't dare even try that one today. But I'm gonna let you talk while I put one of the masks on.
All right.
What do we talk about now? I'm running out of stuff to talk about.
Let me think here for a sec. Well, I started doing the edits for my book, the next round of editing.
You're writing a book?
Yeah.
So what's it about?
It is a young adult fantasy novel about a girl that, well, I have to back up and say last year in my humanities class, which is kind of like a philosophy class, I had to take it requirements. We read Dante's Inferno, and it's about, he goes to the rings of hell. It was it was written in the 1400s, and it's just about all that. So the idea was, it came from that class, was this 17-year-old girl named Kira ends up dying in a car accident, and she ends up in the first, or the what is it? It's the threshold of hell, or whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess the threshold, which is for people who are good people, but of course they didn't worship correctly, is the idea from Dante's Inferno. So she's there and she's like, well, you know, I'm not done living. I'm going to find a way home. So she uses like theoretical physics to try and essentially break hell. And she accidentally unleashes a bunch of demons and they have to fight the demons.
Of course.
So,
because that's what one does.
yes. So that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Oh my god, that is so awesome. So how
Thank
far
you.
into it are you?
Well, I finished the first draft, so I've got... It matches your lipstick. I have it, I guess, written all the way, but it's the first draft, so I've got to like go through it and pick at it.
Oh, so
And I did have a couple people read it and like give me feedback, and I've started getting feedback. So I am taking my wonderful beta reader's advice and going through it and looking at all the things she pointed out and her suggestions. But what I'm doing is I'm actually like on one half of my screen, I have the PDF open, and then the other half, I'm actually retyping everything because it makes it easier to just like get rid of things you don't like, because it's not like, it's kind of like when you're going through your yarn stash and you're like, should I keep this? I mean, I've had it for, you know, a long time. I'm definitely going to knit with it, but like in your heart of hearts, you know, you're never going to knit with it. And it's the same thing with like scenes. You're like, I wrote this scene, the first draft, it was so cool, but like, you know, it doesn't really fit anymore, or like you don't like it, but it makes it easier to just get rid of that stuff and replace it with better stuff. So that's my insane plan.
I like it. I forgot to do this. I'm supposed to be all spa day. There.
I've never done a face mask actually in my entire life.
God, they're so much fun, Sarah. I swear to God. I really want it. I'm so glad I'm capturing your face right now. The look on your face is hysterical.
See, now if I had that face mask, I would run up and down the hallway in my dorm building knocking on doors.
Hell yeah, check this out. Oh my
I did
God.
that not last year,
What?
the year before for Halloween. I was a zombie and I did like the test run for all like my makeup and like prosthetics and stuff on my face. So what I did was I put on my costume and just kind of wandered around my dorm building and scaring people.
Oh my God. Well, this is the Kabuki face pack. I have no idea what's in it, but there are these little pictures that tell me to leave it on for 20 minutes. So I might just keep you on here for another 20 minutes. I'm not going to do that to you. Oh my God.
I'd probably run out of things to talk about.
We'll run out of things to talk about by then. Do you like my beard?
Yes.
Is it flapping?
Yes. You look very distinguished.
Is that it? Wait, Deborah, hold on. Let me drink out of my sheep mug. Nom, 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 nom. Not the greatest TV. No. Oh my God, this is so funny. You know what? I have to be honest though. To be a little bit serious, I've been doing these little masks regularly now since I started doing this podcast thing. And I've been having a lot of fun because usually my face is like super sensitive. I have to be very careful, but with Japanese and Korean products, it seems to be that my skin does a lot better and I don't really have to worry that much. I don't know if it's like the ingredients that they're using or what, but it's a lot less harsh or abrasive on my skin. I really feel like I can wear these things like every day. If I was getting paid for this, yeah, that'd be awesome. Somebody pay me for
you need a sponsor.
No, I need sponsors. Don't we all?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I love this one. I really feel like I could use these like every day. But they don't I don't feel like they fit very well. Like it's hard to get them to fit right around the face. I am getting better at putting them on. But honestly, this one is like thicker. it's thicker. It's way thicker, and it feels like it goes on better than the other one. Oh my god, do you like my hairband?
Yeah, it's really pretty. Did you make it or did you buy it somewhere?
No, I made it.
That's really pretty, yeah.
It's supposed to be like that big.
Oh, okay. It still looks nice though.
Yeah, I like it. It's still really pretty. I love it so much. But it's really hot. I didn't actually intend on using it, but since it was there, why not?
Yeah.
This is you, girl. This is hysterical. People are gonna laugh their butts off at me. Anyway, so what else do you have planned today?
I will probably head over to my boyfriend's room after we're done here, and I will either continue to knit, or watch. He's playing Overwatch, so I'll probably play that with him. I'm learning how to play using his account because I don't have the game, because I'm going to learn how to play before I invest in it.
So you guys are like down the hall from each other or something, or?
Yeah, we have the new dorms on our campus are co-ed dorms, and then since they're all suites, some of the buildings have like 2 separate bedrooms and then like a communal room that connects to the hallway. And if you have one of those, you can have co-ed dorms.
Oh, nice.
Like co-ed dorm rooms. Like one of my friends from high school is staying here, and she's actually living with her cousin who's a boy. They're sharing a dorm room, but since they have 2 separate bedrooms, they can be in the same room.
Yeah.
Or same like unit. So yeah, he's just down the hall from me that way. And my roommate is dating his roommate, which is how I met my roommate. So they're over there. Yes. I love the roommate I have, though. She's awesome. But they're playing a game called Team Fortress 2 together in his room. So I'll probably go down and hang out with them and play Overwatch for a little bit.
Oh, that's another thing I wanted to ask you. Like, I noticed that you've been doing a lot of, and honestly, I mean, I don't know how seriously you can take me as an interviewer right now, but I think this is honestly like the most amazing idea I've ever had.
It's the best interviewer face.
Yeah, right? Like, so serious. This is a serious face, seriously. But what I was going to ask you is, like, what prompted you to start doing your video gaming thing? Like, how long have you been even doing the video gaming on your podcast, in fact?
I started that last May, like 2 days before the semester ended, so at the very beginning of May. And I'd been wanting to do it for a while because, I don't know, I like the idea of, especially with Minecraft, because you're like building your whole world, which is the video game I currently do.
Of all things, Minecraft? Like, really?
I mean, I know there are a lot of like Minecraft channels that do that, and I even watch some, but again, I'm kind of doing my own thing, which is different, where I don't really like focus on the game at hand. I mean, like, I do, but I'm just talking about like whatever pops into my head, that like little things that don't really fit into my podcast. So, you know, like this really weird food I ate the other day, or, you know, I ordered, you know, this microphone, or this USB chip, or, you know, what I'm doing with my book, just, you know, whatever random things. So it's just kind of like me rambling. That's why I call it Ramblecraft.
Yeah, that's really funny. I actually, let me tell you, I'll be honest with you, it's hard to watch it because it
jerks around.
But I did watch like a full one, like I think a few episodes, like in full, and I just remember freaking out, going, "What the hell is in the water, dude? Get out!"
Oh, it's a squid.
Oh my god! And it's just like, and it's there swimming around, and then you're like chop, chop, chop with the cows, and like snakes come out. Don't you feel guilty? I feel so
Yes,
guilty.
I do. I do.
Like, don't let Vexate watch that.
Oh yeah,
You get really upset.
you know what? I'll do a vegetarian like playthrough just for you guys. Because you can get apples from the trees, and like you can, well, you'd milk the cow, so that wouldn't be vegan, and you can make like mushroom stew and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll do a vegetarian playthrough for you guys.
You have to do a vegetarian, not even do a vegan one. You have to do a vegan Minecraft.
I'll do my best because you can get like carrots and potatoes and stuff.
I'm losing the plot. That would be really funny. Pick all the flowers. Pick all the flowers and the mushrooms. That's it. No meat.
Yep. I do that for you guys.
To watch.
Yes. I'll do that.
That was so fun. Well, I think, what else did I have? Did I have any more questions? Well, I can't think of anything else right now, but you'll have to join me again soon.
Yeah.
So much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
And I think maybe, hopefully, I'll have... Was that a fly? Hopefully What was it? What was it that was crawling around or flying around in your episode?
I don't know what it was. It looked like a wasp, but bigger.
It just looked big, like whatever.
Yeah, it was like a really long, skinny wasp, which is why we were freaking out. We didn't know what it was because we were down at the beach. Could have been.
It was. Oh, at the beach. I thought it was like a damselfly or something because it looked really skinny, but the wings were like really long. So
I don't know enough about bugs.
I was watching, for people that are watching and are going, what the are they talking about? I was watching her episode. I was driving in the car home and I was catching up on the latest episode because I didn't want to come on here with like not having watched at least the most recent one. I feel like such a dummy. And then like I'm sitting there driving. Don't repeat what I'm saying. And don't judge me. I was driving and I kept rewinding and trying to see what that was. I wasn't stopping on traffic, okay?
Okay.
But I was trying to see what it was. It kind of looked like a damselfly. Like, is that what damselfly looks like? It was really like long, skinny, almost. It wasn't like a dragonfly. It was like one of those other ones that were long and skinny and black.
Yeah, I'm Googling damselfly on my tablet to see if that's what it was.
Am I doing the wings good?
I don't think that's what it was, but
let me see. Hold on. Oh, it wasn't that? It wasn't. It really looked like it. I was trying to identify it really hard.
I don't think so, because it had like a stinger, like a very like pronounced stinger, which is what made us so nervous.
Oh yeah, you should have been.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that reminds me of. I'll tell you one quick story before we go.
Okay.
So a few weeks ago, we were at my nephew's birthday party. And it was the first time that we had a big party at my sister's house. And we had a bunch of family there. It wasn't like a lot of people, but it was a decent enough sized crowd. I'm starting to feel really dumb now with this thing. But so we're sitting there with our soda pops because that's what my sister had. And that's, that's what we drink when we're at a party. And everybody's got their cans of sodas and stuff. And before you know it, cans are kind of starting to stack up. And we're trying to throw them away as we go along. But we're not realizing that, when you put your drink down and you walk away for a minute and you come back, there's like a bee inside. And we were getting more and more flocked. When I say flocked, I mean surrounded by bees. And it was starting to get really, really bad. And a few of us nearly drank our drink with bees in there. And I think at one point, all of a sudden, like I turned around, and this was not my drink because I was covering my drink. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I turned and I looked and I saw a drink that someone had left behind. And I'm going, at this point, guys, really, pick up your drinks and cover them because, like, we know we're being bombarded by these guys. Well, I went to go grab the drink so I could go throw it out before anything got in it. And I swear to God, I can't even describe how fast these bees came and just on top and into the drink, like in the Coke, the can of whatever it was. It was like some orange drink or Fanta or something. And I nearly like threw the damn thing everywhere. I mean, I'm not usually like all, ooh, bugs. that you guys were doing in your episode, you know?
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, I'm not liking the look of this, and I'm not going to move really fast right
Yeah.
now. But yeah, it was actually like surprising that I didn't throw everybody's drink absolutely out of everybody's hands at that point. But anyway, that was my story. Well, I think that's it, Sarah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun.
Me too. And I can't wait to do it again. And maybe, hopefully, next time we'll be better prepared. Well, I'll be better prepared. Maybe I'll actually.
Well, hopefully my mic won't turn off.
Well, yeah. Hopefully next time we won't have any technical difficulties and things will go perfectly. But
Yeah.
so far, I think this went really great.
I do too, yeah.
I think it's really awesome. If I could get my connection to be a lot stronger like it used to be, I think I might have like makings of a real show, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
I love this. This is so funny. This is just too funny. You know what? We're going to have to do a spa day together.
Yeah.
I should have warned you that I was planning on doing this so that you can do something like that. Oh, what I wanted to do was to tell you next time, bring one of your natural things too. You do your nitty and gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll find something. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Or you can like give me one of your plans of what you're planning on doing, and I'll do it too, and we can do it together.
That'd be fun, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Well, thanks a lot for joining me, sweetie. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I keep switching the camera at the wrong point. All right.
Bye.
Oh
no. Oh no.
All right. I will see you later. Thank you for joining me.
Yep. Bye.
Take care.
Yeah, you too.
All right, bye. Well, that was it, guys. Oh my God. So much fun. Of course, I have to end it with me doing something silly like this. I thought it was super fun. Oh, I forgot to show her my little point pads. Oh, dang it. Well, next time. These little strawberry point pads I am full of whatever this is, full all over my hands because I keep touching it. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Everything is going to be covered in whatever this is. And I don't know what it is because I can't read Japanese. I mean, I can kind of read some of it, but I don't know what it means. But these are actual moisture pads. So you can put one of these on like certain dry spots. I've been putting it a lot up here because I get dry up here. But I've been putting it up here and kind of like in my laugh lines because my laugh lines here are really deep and ridiculous. And when they get dry, they get more pronounced. But you can also use it on other parts. I think I might use some of it on my elbows because they've been really dry lately. My skin's been super dry lately. Oh, things have been so crazy lately, you guys. But I will have to talk to you about it later because I have been on for almost an hour and a half. And this is so much fun. I can't even. And I'm super jealous right now because our beautiful, what's her name? What's her name? Tenchik is on a knitting retreat right now. I was gonna call her by her real name, and I don't think I want to do that because I just hop it in. I don't think I want to do that because I don't know. But yeah, Tenchik is off on a knitting retreat, and I am super jealous. She's in Tennessee. And one day I'm going to go up there. I am, because I have a gamer buddy to go and visit up there. One day I probably most likely will. One day I'll have a ton of money, and I'll be able to go everywhere because I'm going to find sponsors for this channel, and I'm going to be super rich. Just kidding. No, I'm actually really desperately trying not to get discovered because I don't want to lose my job. Not that I would, because I'm, you know, it's nothing to do with that. And I'm really not doing anything wrong. I know I'm not, but I am a bit of a stressor and I worry about things like that. But no, I shouldn't even have mentioned it. If I could cut this out, I would. But I'm too lazy to do any editing. So that is it, you guys. I will call it a day, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me. I had so much fun. I cannot wait for my next surprise guest to join me. And I hope I have a next one soon, because this is way more fun than what I was doing before, to be perfectly honest. To me, I don't know if it's interesting to anybody else, but I really don't care. Because the only thing that matters is me. Yeah. Did you know? Anyway, I think that's enough. That's enough. How long have I had this on now? Has it been 20 minutes? I feel like it has, you guys. Hold on, let's test this out and see what happens. Look at me. Now I can take off the rest of my makeup. Look at me, I'm all glistening. Yeah. I'm gonna put it back on in a minute. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I'm gonna say goodbye now for sure. Swear to God. No, you first. Seriously. You first. Love you. Bye.